Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about glowing up internally so that you can be your best self this summer. This is going to be a two-part series and today's video is going to be focused on the internal glow up. I'm going to be sharing with you 5 tips to help you do this. So the first tip that I have for you is gratitude and being present in the now. In order for you to get to your next step, you need to be grateful for what you already have. And without gratitude, you won't be able to focus on your dreams and on your future self. You need to be in the now and be grateful for what you already have and for the things that you've already achieved and the person that you already are, so that you can then glow up and be your best self. Every morning I set aside 5 minutes so that I can be grateful for the things that I have in my life. Sometimes this can be very hard, especially if you've never done it before. You can be sitting there and thinking, I actually don't know what I'm grateful for because life has been so hard recently and it can be difficult to actually think of things that you're grateful for when life gets chaotic. I have this book that gives me prompts so that it helps me to think of things that I'm grateful for, and once you start, you realise that there are actually hundreds to thousands of things in your life, like the food that you eat, the people that you are surrounded by, your environment, the person that you have become, that you don't realise that you once dreamt for. I'd always dreamt of being able to be independent and make my own healthy, balanced meals, and that is a part of my every single day routine, and I didn't even realise that until I sat down and realised I am the person that I once wished to be. And that is something I need to be grateful for so that I can then become the person that I want to be in the future. By being present in the reality that we have today and in what the universe or God, whatever you may believe in, has already gifted us, we are able to then focus on our next steps and the next things that we want to achieve. Once you start to put it in your life every single day, even if it's just 5 minutes, you will feel so much better within. You'll feel that positive energy beginning to sprout. Once you may have thought, I will never be able to achieve this, and today you have, and you may not have noticed that until you sat down and realised, I have achieved that thing that I only wished to have when I was younger. And that will motivate you to then feel like you can then achieve things in the future. The second tip that I have is going from the scarcity mindset to the abundance mindset. If you don't know what the scarcity mindset is, it is the common belief that there is not enough to go around. So you feel as an individual that you can't be successful because so-and-so is successful and they are successful and they are successful, and because they are successful, you aren't able to be successful because it's already gone around to the other people. This mindset actually stops individuals from being able to succeed and to be able to make goals in the future because they are so focused on the fact that they aren't going to be able to succeed that they will not be able to succeed. As I said in the previous video, the things that you think in your life will cause your reality. So you need to be very, very careful about the things that you tell yourself, because if you tell yourself there is not enough to go around or you won't be able to achieve this thing that you want, that will happen because you are manifesting that belief. Someone with a scarcity mindset may feel that they are behind in life. They have a fear of change and they find themselves burning themselves all the time because of how much they are overworking themselves. The abundance mindset is the belief that there is more than enough to go around. So if I succeed and if that person succeeds, then that's great. We can succeed together. When you have the scarcity mindset, you are so focused on you succeeding that the idea of others succeeding around you is an insecurity to you. But when you have the abundance mindset, you want others to succeed around you. You want to be able to grow with them instead of against them. The abundance mindset leads to benefits such as increased performance and makes you feel motivated and inspired to be able to achieve the dreams that you want to be able to achieve. By accepting your reality and living in the now, you are enabling yourself to have that positive mindset, to be able to push yourself further, much further than someone with a scarcity mindset would be able to do. People with an abundance mindset may find that they embrace the change they have in their life and are thankful for that. They share the knowledge that they know with others because they want others to succeed with them. They are generous with others and take risks and push themselves out of their comfort zones because they know that nothing can ever happen in the comfort zone, that you can only be your better self by pushing yourself into the uncomfortable parts of life so that you can be a better individual. The third tip that I have is inner self-care. We all love to take care of ourselves on the outside so that we can feel good appearance-wise. However, in order to feel good about yourself on the outside, you need to feel good about yourself on the inside. That is where self-love begins. It starts within. My favourite practices when applying inner self-care into my life include putting myself first. You need to monitor the way that you act and react towards others in your life. If you find that you have been putting those that you care about before yourselves way too many times, if you find that you are beginning to be a people pleaser, that you have found yourself feeling certain ways because of somebody else and the things that you have had to do to be able to please them just so that you can feel liked by them, then you are crossing the boundary and you are disrespecting yourself. And you can't disrespect yourself. Out of everyone in your life, do not disrespect yourself. I mean, don't disrespect anybody else either, but especially not yourself. Don't disrespect yourself because you are stuck with yourself for the rest of your life. You are your own best friend, and if you disrespect your own self, you're not going to be able to give respect to others or receive respect from others. Don't disrespect yourself, because if you disrespect yourself, it will become an everyday habit. And I know this because I was a massive people pleaser when I was younger, and I still am today, and I'm working on it every day. And people pleasing is so hard to stop when it becomes your everyday routine. You just can't help saying no to somebody because you don't want them to dislike you. At the end of the day, it's not important. If someone doesn't like you or chooses not to like you because you can't do something for them, then they were never really that important in your life to begin with. Because if there is somebody that you love who is aware that you can't do something for a reason, they will be thankful for your response. So you need to make sure that you are aware of the way that people react when you say no. Journaling helps me to debunk what is on my mind, and I did speak about this in my previous video and how much journaling actually has helped me. When I have found that therapy wasn't something that came easy to me, and it's something that I definitely want to do in the future, but I know because I have done it before, it can be difficult for some people, and I'm aware of that. So journaling is a way to be your own therapist. When you find that your mind and your life is chaotic, being able to write down everything that you think in your mind and be able to get it from your mind to paper is so relieving. And then you can look back on it in a few months' time when you feel that you've become stronger and be able to see, yeah, I was at my lowest at that point, but now I'm good. And that is inspiration, because in the future when you are feeling low, you can look back at that and say, I managed to get myself back up and I can do it again, because you can do it again. You may fall once, get back up, fall again and get back up again, because that's what life is like. It's a freaking roller coaster. There are lows and highs to everything in life. And it is important to be able to be grateful for the lows, because then you won't be thankful for the highs, or be thankful for the highs when you are at your lows. Just as you listen to a friend when they are telling you things that they are worried or stressed about, journaling is that friend for yourself. You can sit down and write all your things in this personal journal and just let it all out. Because when you keep all of these emotions trapped inside of you, you will eventually burst. And that will not be pretty or good for your mental health. So we want to be able to be free from that. So journaling whenever you feel like there's just too much going on is a good way to release that energy. Another way that you can do this is also just by sitting down and recording a video and just letting it all out like you're on a video chat with your friend, because then it's another way of releasing it without writing if writing isn't for you. The fourth tip that I have is eating balanced meals and body positivity. Now, when I say balanced meals and healthy food, I don't mean that you now need to cut out ice cream and pizza and not eat out with your friends whenever they want to go out, or cut out the things that you like or your favorite meals. No, that's not what I mean by eating balanced. Eating balanced means making sure that you get your fruits, your veggies, making sure that you're eating things that are good for your body, that will internally help you to glow up. But also eating pizza when you want to, or when you're going out with your friends, getting the meal that you want to have. Because eating balanced does not mean that you now need to cut out all the things that you enjoy eating. In fact, that's not what eating balanced is at all. It just means that you're doing what is right for your body. So you're having a balance between fruits and veg, or pizza whenever you want to go out with your friends, and that's okay. So don't cut yourself out from that. And I know I know because I've been here before that there have been times where you've been at a restaurant with your friends and you've looked at the meal that you want to get and you've looked at those calories and you went, no, I'm not getting that. There is no way I'm getting that. And then you end up getting something that you didn't even want. I've been there way too many times and I'm not going to let you go there again. The next time that you go to a restaurant, I want you to order what you want. I don't want you to look at those numbers and let them become you. Because at the end of the day, we all need fuel. Just as a car needs petrol to run, we humans need food to be able to survive. And you're cutting yourself off from that survival just because you're worried about the numbers. You know that horrible, nauseating feeling of not being able to enjoy anything because you're so worried about what it's going to do to your body. Your body loves you. Your body is your home. Just as you take care of your bedroom or your house, you need to take care of your body. Your body is your sanctuary. Don't starve your body. And if you ever find yourself getting into the mindset of wanting to starve your body, you need to turn this around and remind yourself, would you let your friends starve themselves? Would you tell your friends when they're at a restaurant, no, you can't get that pizza because it's too fattening for you? Would you say that to a friend? And if you wouldn't, why are you saying it to yourself? Because like I said in the previous video, why would we say these things to ourselves when we are our peace? We are our home. Our body does so much for us, so much more than what anyone else in our life does for us. So why would we say these things to ourselves? Because it's not right. We need to be respectful to ourselves. Just the way that we would be respectful to our friends, we need to be that to ourselves. So get that pizza. The fifth tip that I have is stopping comparison. Comparison is the thief of joy. It's something that I've struggled with for the longest time and still to this day struggle with. I'll be going on social media and then I'll come across these pictures of somebody and I'll just be sitting there and letting this chain take over me, and this nauseating feeling will just take over my entire body, and I will find myself a good 30 minutes later still comparing myself to all of these girls online, and there is nothing good that comes out of it. And what I've decided to do is monitor my social media and the things that I follow. If I find that I'm comparing myself to a specific body type and I'm following all of these women online that have that body type, then that means I need to go and unfollow those people, because it's not disrespectful to do that. If you find that something is triggering you, you need to stay away from that until you've healed to be able to handle it. So if that means unfollowing certain people on Instagram or YouTube or whatever it is that you may be using, then do that. Because social media, although it has become quite an unhealthy and toxic place to be, isn't meant to be like that. So you can make social media a good and peaceful place, but you need to do that. You need to monitor what you follow, monitor the content that you consistently take in. Is this stuff healthy for you? Is this stuff making you feel good? Because if it isn't making you feel good, and if it is making you feel worse, then is it really stuff that you want to take in? Ask yourself that. Are these people that you're following, do they make you, even if it's friends, if you compare yourself to them, is this what you want every time that you go onto social media? Because if it isn't, you need to monitor that and unfollow the people that you no longer want to follow. Make social media a good place for yourself, because you have the control of that. Nobody else does. Doesn't mean that you're neglecting the reasons why you're comparing yourself to someone. If you're finding that there is a common theme with your comparisons, then you need to take a minute and ask yourselves why. Why do I feel this way about my body? What about that person am I comparing myself to them? How can I sort this? How can I fix this problem? When did this start? When was the first time I actually felt this way about myself? Was it something somebody said? Was it something I said to myself? Was it social media in general? Where did this sprout from? Because when you actually understand that insecurity that you have, you can then heal and know, yes, okay, I feel insecure when I see somebody that has a different body type to me, that is curvier than me or skinnier than me, but that doesn't take away from my beauty. I'm perfect just the way I am. But that takes practice. It takes practice, and it's difficult, and it's something that will take a while, and you need to be patient with yourself and be able to sit down with yourself and talk to yourself. Talk to the inner child inside. Talk to the little you who is crying, who is calling out for you, and tell them that everything is going to be okay. Tell them that they are fine just the way that they are. Listen to them, because listening to them is what's going to help you to heal. You can't neglect them or push them aside. Don't push yourself aside. You need to listen, because if you don't listen, it's only going to get worse. And in years to come or months to come, you will find that that feeling has literally bottled up so much that when you explode, again, it's not going to be pretty. So listening to yourself and save yourself from getting to that point. So that's all the tips that I have for you today when it comes to glowing up internally. If you are interested in finding out ways to glow up externally, that is what the next video is going to be all about. I hope that you really enjoyed this video today and that it helped. If it did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.